The trauma that somebody else experienced in their childhood does not give them the right to treat you terribly. And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So a lot of people stay in toxic or narcissistic relationships because they understand that the person that they're with, the narcissist that they are with, went through trauma in their childhood. And a lot of people want to be healers and love them through that trauma, even though that person is treating them terribly. Like, you're giving all the love and care and appreciation to this person, trying to heal the trauma that they went through, and they're actually putting you through trauma at the same time. So while you're trying to heal their trauma, you're trying to heal the stuff that they went through, they're actually applying trauma to you and putting you through it. You cannot outlove the trauma that made somebody a narcissist or made somebody a toxic person. You can empathize with them, you can feel sorry for them, but you cannot outlove that, because they'll put you through a lot worse and they'll expect sympathy and use that as an excuse. Be safe. Hope this helps. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also in the process of doing all of that, carrying it on my back, also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series is dedicated to making my TikToks and my YouTube shorts longer, 60 seconds or less, longer over here, I promise you. So, that video you just watched, I know the caption was a little different. I was kind of, serving myself some adult beverages, and I responded to the wrong comment. But in point, I was trying to make that the trauma that somebody else has went through does not give them the power, does not give them the right to treat you any certain type of way. Because a lot of times, the way a narcissist will play the victim early on in the relationship to get you on our side is we will tell you exactly what happened to us in childhood. We will tell you exactly what we went through. We will tell you exactly who hurt us while we were growing up, because that gets you involved into our mental state, and it makes you feel sorry for us. You want to hug us, you want to care for us, you want to try to fix us, you want to be a fixer, right? But it's a ploy. It's a way to get you to trust us and forgive us later on. It's like me being upfront. Well, I'm going to treat you terribly later on. My trauma, the trauma I went through as a young adult is the reason I'm cheating on you right now. Huh? So the trauma you went through as an adult, you got whooped as a kid or whatever you happened to as a kid repeatedly too much, made you cheat on me now? That's why I tell people, they will share their trauma with you up front. They'll tell you exactly what they went through. And you see, they will use their weaponized trauma as a thing, y'all. And I tell this to people all the time. They will use their trauma as a weapon. Please forgive me. My mom treated me terribly when I was growing up, so I don't trust women. That's why I cheat on. That's why I treat them terribly. That's trauma. But there's the trauma that somebody else has went through does not give them the right to treat you like crap. It just does not. Well, what planet is that okay for them to treat you the way that they have been treating you? What planet is that okay on? Because somebody went through something before they met you. Sorry. If you said bless you, thank you. But the trauma that somebody has experienced does not give them the right to treat you terribly. How does something that happened to somebody 25 years ago give them the right to cheat on you, to beat on you, to treat you like dirt? What sense does that make? You know what I mean? And they will share it with you over and over and over again, because they want to, like, narcissists, like, if you are a person that, if you are a huge empath or a fixer, you want to fix people, you want to help people, you end up with a narcissist, they're going to tear you apart. They are, because they're going to break themselves to have you fix them. Like, I'm broken. Here's a piece of me. Click and give it to you. Like, hey, I'm broken right now. Hey, my shoulder hurts. Here you come to fix it. Hey, my mental health is messed up. Here you come to fix it. You're going to break yourself trying to fix that other person. You just are. What are you doing? I know you want to be a fixer, but some people cannot be fixed if they don't want to be fixed. Some people are deliberately tearing themselves down and cracking their own outer shell to make other people want to fix them. Hey, my outer shell is broken. Fix me. Here you come with your hammer and nails. You can't use a hammer and nails on a person. You can't do that. You cannot outlove the trauma that made somebody a narcissist or made somebody a toxic person. You cannot outlove the trauma. You cannot fix the trauma that made them that person. You can't do that. They have to want to go through that themselves. And avoiding dealing with the trauma that made us the way we are is one way that we just continue we perpetuate the stigma of narcissistic personality disorder. Because we avoid that trauma, we take it out on other people. We think about that trauma, it's still in our heads, but we take it out on other people. Instead of dealing with it ourselves, we take it out on other people. And I say this in the previous videos before, a narcissist will find their destiny on the same road that they take to avoid it. The trauma that happened to us, if it involved our mom, I don't want to be like my mom. So instead of going through that trauma and dealing with it, fighting through it, and coming out on the other side a better person, you try to go through the woods. You take the less beaten path and try to go around it, and you end up worse than that person. You end up worse than your mom. You end up worse than your dad. Or you end up exactly like them. You have some things you have to go through. I know people don't take my video, but yeah, I don't think y'all know how much it kind of. I don't tell everybody to leave their relationship. I think that's where people misconstrue my message. I'm telling you to pick happiness and choose happiness. If happiness looks like this relationship to you, then by all means, be happy. Whatever your definition of happiness is, be happy. But don't look at my videos and just say, you just gave me hope for my husband to get help. He's been mentally and emotionally abusing me for 10 years, and now I have hope that he'll change. No, don't do that, because that makes me want to stop doing videos, y'all. When I see stuff like that, it literally makes me want to stop doing videos. It really does. I'm just like, oh my God. This person might stay in an emotionally abusive relationship or physically abusive relationship because they saw my videos. But I also come to the point where I realize that people who say that stuff are looking for a reason to stay anyway. They're not looking for a reason to leave. They're scouring the internet for a reason to stay. Don't use me as that reason to stay. Please don't. Because I know people say that to me on TikTok before, like, your videos are going to make people stay. And I tell people, like, those, like, people who use my videos to stay are always looking for a reason to stay, because 99.99% of the stuff that on the stuff that you're looking for on the internet tells you to leave. So you're looking for a reason to stay. So that's how, hey, don't stay because of me. Please don't. I'll tell these people all the time, I'm still a narcissist. I'm working through the trauma that made me who I am. I'm working through that, but I'm still me. I'm still a narcissist. I'm still clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I just am. I'm still me. And the behaviors are still there. I just fight them, y'all. It's harder to be aware than it is. I think people like, you're self-aware. Your life must be so much better now. Self-awareness is painful sometimes, y'all. It just is. It really is. Self-awareness brings hurt. It brings pain. It brings it just brings animosity. It just, because I'm aware of everything now. I have to think. It takes me longer to think and act on my decisions now than it would if I wasn't aware. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to confuse you. I hope that makes sense. But like, it really does. It's a process. It really is a long, extended process. And I just want everybody to, I can't make everybody happy, but, you can't make everybody happy either. You can't do that. It is not in your wheelhouse. It is not in your powerhouse. You cannot do that. You know what I mean? You cannot do that. You don't have that power. I know people are like, but I do have that power. You do not have that power. You don't. It's not in your wheelhouse. You don't have that power. People are looking for it. You don't have the power to fix anybody, y'all. Even therapists and psychologists, most of them can't fix narcissistic people. You can't fix the narcissist. They have to want to put the pieces together themselves. Their trauma does not mean that they can treat you the way that they treat you, though. If you're a narcissist, listen to this. The trauma that you went through, the trauma that you are going through, the trauma that you avoid dealing with, does not give you the right to treat people like crap. Because when you do that, you just further perpetuate the stigma that goes along with being a narcissist. All narcissists are bad people. That's what you're perpetuating. And I know you be like, well, I don't care. I'm not dealing with this, Lee. I'm gonna still be a bad person. To each their own there. You be a bad person. Just go be by yourself. Go be a bad person by yourself. You mean, don't put people through this mental torture, mental ambiguity dealing with you. You know what I mean? Y'all on a different perspective. Go check out Cluster B Milkshake. She's working through her trauma. Like, I feel like she's working through some. I saw her live the other day. She was crying. Cluster B Milkshake is a female narcissist on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. She posts some great stuff. And then, go check out Cluster. It's just like it's spelled. Cluster B Milkshake. One word. Check her out. I feel like she's working through her trauma on live and stuff like that. I watched her live the other day. And happy birthday, Cluster B. I know I said it on your Facebook, but like, happy birthday. But she's working through her trauma on live. Like, I watched her on live the other day. She started crying about some stuff. And I was like, you know how I am with tears. The tears don't do anything for me. But like, I just know what she's going through. I see it. I feel it. And Cluster B, you're a power. I don't know if you watched this video, but Cluster B Milkshake, you are a powerful woman. Do your thing. I told you to get your channel started. I support you. Just keep on your journey. Cluster B Milkshake is the truth, y'all. Go check her out. But anyways, y'all, I had to cut this thing short, y'all. Their trauma is, don't let them weaponize their trauma against you. Trauma is not a knife. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all had a great Christmas. Be blessed. Happy New Year coming up. New Year, new you. Mental Illness is out. Like, subscribe, please.